So I've just got a couple of things that I want to share with you. I think would be really interesting because I've been doing quite a few strategy calls and something keeps coming up, and in particular with one guy that's come on as a client. There's a few examples in there that I think might help some of you out there. This particular guy has been spending $1,500 a month on SEO. He's not on page one for the keyword phrases that he's selected, which is not good. He spent a couple of $1,000s on social media ads and got very little in return. So he's left feeling it doesn't work, it's not for him, it's a bit of a con. And again, I've been doing quite a few strategy calls, and there is that general consensus that this is the case. And I think it might be because people are missing some of the key factors of doing this. And so if you are feeling that way, you're not alone. And in particular, if you're about to do your own marketing, or if you're in the middle of it and you're not seeing the results that you want, then this might help you a little bit, because I'll just explain some of the concepts that you need to understand if you're going to take this approach. So during that call, we very quickly identified about 46,000 people in a Facebook audience that he could market to. So that's 46,000 people that he could market to. These people are already interested, or they're at least in the demographic that he could market his services to with confidence. And so we're not taking a scattergun approach, and that's really important part of doing this kind of advertising. The next step we took was to work out his lifetime value of his clients. So this is on Facebook. The lifetime value of a client, when they come in, on average, they spend about $100. But just by going through with him the normal sequence of events, we found that on average they would stay with him and visit another 11 times. So he provides a professional service. So in total, on average, about 12 visits per new client, and we're aiming fairly low here. So if we times that by 12, we end up with $1,200 as a lifetime value of his client. If we then multiply that by this, the audience size, we end up with $55 million. That's a revenue pool of $55 million that he at the moment is not targeting. But you can almost guarantee that his competitors are. Now, he's not going to get all of this. That's everybody that we've identified. But even if he gets a small percentage of that, that could be significant to his business. And at the moment, he's letting his competitors off the hook by not even approaching them. So that's all great. This is a lovely number, but what's he missed? He's tried this and nothing's happened before. Well, the fact is that he has not used the targeting systems that are available to him to the full extent within platforms like Facebook, but he's also not tried using the engagement value you get with video. And when you combine the targeting methods of social media with the engagement value of video, you end up with really quite a lethal combination. So the fact is, and the research suggests all of this, that if you take two adverts side by side, one's a static image and the other one's a video, you're going to get about a 40% uplift in your engagement on the video advert. So if we just take two adverts side by side, both with a static image, so just a picture, and we're going to go with the same wording, the same offer, the same audience, and we're going to put it in front of an audience of 100,000. By rights, simplistically, you should be able to split that straight down the middle. So you'll end up with 50k and 50k. And if you assume a 10% engagement with that advert, each advert should get 5,000 people engaging with the advert. Now, what happens when you change one of them to video is you get that 40% uplift. So this audience now goes from 50,000 to 70,000, but this one then drops to 30,000, and the 10% engagement becomes 7k, 3k. So not only do you uplift your engagement by 40%, you're also taking directly away from your competitors. So you're in effect giving yourself an unfair advantage in attacking this $55 million audience. Now you need to think about this for yourself, because your audience is out there as well. It doesn't matter if you are B2B or a services or a trading. You have an audience out there. Your audience could very well be a lot bigger than that. We went very cautious and low on this and concentrated on one city. He could easily go out to other cities and increase that. So you need to have a think about the size of your audience. Have a think about who's in that, and also try and work out your lifetime value of a client. And you'll be quite amazed how quickly it gets up to this value and way beyond. So look, this is obviously a little bit simplistic. There's more to it than that. But if you are interested in knowing a bit more about this or how this can work into your business, then please just click on the link, get in touch, and I will contact you and we'll have a quick chat.